Hey everyone, it's Rosalind. I am so glad you're here to garden with me. Today we are going to make a fairy garden out in the cut flower garden. We got these bird baths off of Marketplace, Facebook Marketplace, and I want to fill one of them with a fairy garden. So we're going to attempt carrying them out back, and then I'll explain the whole idea behind it.
Oh, that's heavy.
I know.
No wonder why you can't do it alone.
Oh my goodness, that thing is heavy. And it is like here in northern Indiana, we've been having temperatures of 90 degrees. So we went from 60s straight to 90s, and it's a little warm, so I might be sweating. So when I plant a fairy garden, I like to have it in like a secret place. So back here by the chicken coop, you might remember that I'm trying to create a secret garden back here because it's behind the cut flower garden. We have a row of evergreens right behind the cut flower garden. And so I'm going to show you. This is like kind of tucked out of the way. So this is the cut flower garden, the front of it. All along the edges of the cut flower garden, I have landscape. And I just have, I don't know, pretty plants tucked in here. So way back here is where we're going to be planting our fairy garden. So a fairy garden is something that's kind of magical. So I like to have it, the reason I like to have it tucked away is when you stumble upon it, it's just like it's this sweet little surprise. So that's why I have it back here. But I want to run through the plants that I'm going to be putting in here. So I found these little fairy garden plants at a local garden center, and they're just absolutely adorable. So I got this little honeysuckle, and then I have this, I don't know, it's supposed to kind of creep over the top of the soil. So I thought this kind of looks like a grass almost. I have a little tree. It's called a snow bush. Isn't that so sweet? And miniature coral bells. And a blue star creeper that kind of creeps over the soil as well. It just kind of reminds me of a grass again. And then a little dwarf myrtle. Isn't that so adorable? So I'm going to show you some of the fairy garden items that we'll be using in here today. The little plants right there. And then this is some of the items, the fairy garden items that we'll be placing in here. I just have like 2 little houses and then some fairies and some other fun little stuff. So we are going to have fun together and make something cute. So I will get it planted. I'll show you as I'm planting, and then at the end I'll give you a little tour of it. I think it turned out pretty cute. I mostly love it because of the plants. Those plants are so adorable. But let me turn the camera around and give you a little tour. This fairy garden was so much fun. It was like playing in the dirt. Oh my goodness. So I did add some alyssum to it, like just around the edges so it can dangle over the sides. And then back here, I placed a little viola. Otherwise, it's just the same place or same plants that I had shown you previously. But I am so loving this. So I did put some little tree stumps right here, just with the little houses. So back here it's supposed to look like their little garden. So that's why we have this flower and then the elephant ear back here. And then the little fairy is walking towards her garden. There's a little tea set right there. And then there is some steps that go up into the tree. The little bird baths. I thought it would be so sweet, like if they would fill with rainwater and then like the bees and the butterflies could drink from that. And then I have a little bench tucked back in here, a little hammock with a fairy sitting in front of it. And I will try to come out here later tonight to give you a better look because the sun is kind of shining brightly right now. So when the sun gets a little bit lower, maybe we can have a better look at it. And then in the front, I also added a little fairies welcome sign. I thought you might be able to see it better without the sun shining so brightly on it. So I did end up adding a few succulents around the edges then. Well, there's one right in there, and I think it makes it look like, I don't know, like there's little shrubs growing in there. But I think as these plants fill in, this will just be a sweet little garden. I hope so much this video was fun for you, seeing this come together and playing in the dirt with me today. I hope it's been inspiring for you. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.